Hey there. So, do you ever just stare into your pint and wonder what actually happens when we die? Because I don't know if it's just me here, but I'm always thinking about that, as death is a thing that, well, it's inevitable. We all have to die eventually, but maybe it's the beer talking, or maybe it's a little existential itch that never really seems to go away. Well, welcome to Just One More, where the pints are cold and the questions are deep. I mean, it's a bit of a heavy one for the first episode, but if we're gonna talk about the big stuff, we might as well start with the biggest. For something that happens to literally everybody, you don't really seem to agree on much about it. You got all these different religions, all these different viewpoints, heaven, hell, reincarnation, nothing at all, or something way stranger, like, with DMT and all that. That just seems a bit crazy to me, but I mean, we'll discuss it now. First of all, we'll start off with religion. Most religions have some different variation of life after death. Christians, well, we say you get judged. Heaven, hell, if you're good or not, if you obey the commandments and all that. Hindus and Buddhas, they talk about reincarnation. You die, you come back, maybe as a rat, or maybe even as a monk if you're good. Islam, well, they're very clear with paradise and punishment, but it's got its own take to it, its own sort of flavor to it. I find it quite interesting actually. All of them, though, one way or the other, they do talk about rebirth. And I think that's a big thing throughout like every religion through all viewpoints, except atheism and agnosticism. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong on that, but we all say, well, everyone says, something happens after you die. There is another rebirth. Obviously, we have the other point, science. It's not nearly as comforting as any religion really. Most scientists, they'll tell you when you die, that's it, it's over. So that's kind of peak. I'm not really liking that one. There's no soul, there's no light, there's no judgment. Just lights out. Harsh, but at the same time, I guess they got their evidence to back it up. However, I just feel with science, it's a bit boring, honestly. Just a bit boring, mate. Can't be bothered with that. Let's, you know, let's add some fucking variation to it. Let's add some flavor into it. Science is like, yeah, you're dead. Good night. Like, mate, come on now. Does that mean everything in my life was worth, like, literally nothing? Does it mean, like, there's any point in having any sort of morals and doing good things? Because otherwise it all seems so pointless, I feel like that could put some people into quite a depressive spiral. Not me personally, but, I could definitely see other people getting there. Right then, let's get into the fucking good shit, mate. The psychedelics, the DMT, the people that have died, then, like, just for a little bit and then come back to life. Because a lot of those people, they say, they see a tunnel of light, or like they see, like, dead relatives. Maybe even, like, some of them get, like, a sense of peace or something like that. See, I don't know if that's just, like, your mind sort of trying to comprehend what happened after dying. But I don't know, I just find that quite interesting. Like, just something to think about. You've obviously got your option of DMT, like I said. Uh, People that take DMT, I haven't personally done it, but, at some point, maybe when it's my, like, midlife crisis or some shit, like, I'll do it. But they often, like, from the reports and stuff, they often say that they go to a different realm, like, entirely, and it feels more real than real life, like a sort of like a dream, but like realer than a dream, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to say it. I've never done it myself, but all the people that I've talked to that have done DMT also don't know how to explain it properly. They see like different, like, dimensional creatures that, like, talk to them and stuff like that. I don't know, but I just found that, like, quite interesting. Just something to think on doing that, because that's an experience you can have now while you're alive. You can do DMT. I'm not saying go out and do it. Be safe, but it's just something to think about. But I don't know. Maybe the DMT is like mushrooms. You know, it's you see a whole another layer of reality. So it could be like that, but I'm not sure. However, in my opinion, I mean I am a Christian, so you know I already believe in Jesus Christ and having to repent and trying to follow like the Ten Commandments and stuff. Obviously, it's a very hard thing to do, but I do try my best, and I reckon when I die, I'll go up to well, I might go up to heaven. I'll see Jesus, and I'll be like, "Yo, man, what you saying?" And he's gonna be like, "Mate, I don't think you're supposed to be here. I think you took the wrong fucking stairs." And I'll be like, "Yep, fucking fair enough, mate." See you in a little bit. But if I'm being honest here, in all seriousness, I want to know what you think, okay? Because I already know my opinion, and I could not care less about my opinion anymore. I want to know about your opinion. So please let me know in the comments. I mean, unless you're already dead, in which case, mad respect for still watching. But this was just one more. Otherwise, Finn, cheers, and how about another?